We'll start with the Mustard DL71 size 6 double salmon fly hook, black tying thread. We'll just run a foundation. Doesn't particularly matter at the front here because that's peacock herl. But we want a nice flat foundation at the back for the floss. So we'll just flatten our thread out and go back. To about there. Turn that over. And what we need is a length of oval gold tinsel, and we'll secure this in just there, and we'll take 3, 4, 5, 6 or so turns. We can reverse those if we need be. So then we take our tinsel and we want 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on the 5th one, what I do to strengthen the tag is we go between the double hook, we push that up with our nail, and we go up underneath. Wrong side of that, and we tie that off. Like so. And what we need, let's push that in, there we go, is the tail, which is a little bunch of peacock sword. Now I like the tail to be a little bit longer here, so but you can determine that yourself. We'll just tack that in. That's good. Then what we do is we'll just flatten out our, get that out of the way, just flatten out our thread, and we'll work our way forward. Now the idea is that we keep these two pieces of tinsel here at the side of each other like this, and the peacock sword, so we keep nice even body at the back for the tinsel. And we just go forward, keeping our tying thread flat. That'll do us to that. And just have a look at that. Let's position those. I'll give it another couple of turns. And then what I'm going to do is fold this back, because this is, we're going to use this as the rib. Flatten out that thread again. And we'll just go all the way back. Right into the tail, like so. And what we need is a length of floss. This is yellow uni floss. So we want this on top of the hook shank, and just put this tinsel out of the way. Like so. Now we want this on top of the hook shank. This is going to be also the underwing, or the veiling, whichever you want to call it. So we just put that in there, like so. Flatten that thread again. keep your thread flat. And then we'll go up. Nice even turns all the way to the peacock sword butts. There we go, that'll do us. Like I said, we have to keep that for the wing. Okay, a bit of fluff there, get rid of that. And we take our floss and run it between your fingers like this, so you flatten it out, and then we can wrap the rear floss body. Keep your floss flat. And you have to do this hand over hand, otherwise you'll twist your floss. I'll come up here, we'll tie this off on top of the hook shank along with the earlier floss. Like so, that's good. And that'll be the underwing. And what we can do, if we wish, is we can, if we want a little bit more underwing, we can tie this on, but this is enough for me. Then we'll just go forward 2 or 3 turns, and then we'll fold the veiling over, keeping it central on the hook shank, like so. We can trim this off. I like to trim it at an angle, once you don't cut the tail, not quite as long as the tail. That'll do us. Then what we need is some peacock herl. Now there's many ways you can do this to strengthen it, but what I like to do is just use the tinsel. So we'll just go forward with the tying thread. These small butt ends I can just remove. Now when I'm using the tinsel to strengthen it, what I have to do is go forward and take about 10 turns of tying thread, and then I'll use the vise to wrap the peacock herl. Floss out the way. That'll do me there, and then I'll swap my tying thread under. Like so. And we can remove these. Good. So what I need to do now is my tinsel, and that underwing is going to be in the way. So I'll just get my tinsel out the way for a second. Fold the underwing over. Hold it down with a turn. And then hand over hand again. Nice even turns. Get to that, we can release that underwing again. This is going the opposite way to the peacock herl, and we can tie that off. remove the tinsel, and we'll just open that wing and do us. And we want the over wing. Now you can use a lot of stuff for this. I'm using Siberian squirrel because I think the rusty colour is nice on it. So you can use badger, you can use fox, and this I want to be about the same length as the tail, maybe a little bit longer. So what I do is I take my scissors and I cut this off at an angle, slight angle on that. I take a drop of Ed cement or varnish and just place it on the butt ends like so. I'll place this on. And don't worry if you lose a few. And we just tie this in. There we go. That's looking good. And just go back a wee bit. Excellent. Get rid of that. I can pull it out. Doesn't look like I can. A couple of loose ones. There we are. Good. Now what we need is a webby grizzle hackle for the collar hackle. So what I like to do is just to use the tip. I trim that off. We go here. Go forward. And take our hackle. Just apply my hackle plier. Works much better. Just fold the fibres back as we go, like this. And the amount of wraps you want is entirely up to you. There we go, swap that around the back. Tie that off. I think that's too much wraps for me, so I'll take off one. That's much better. And we just tie that off, remove our hackle plier. Fold everything back. Get rid of that. And a whip finish. I like to give it 2. Remove the tying thread. Get that hackle out of the way so I can varnish it. Take a drop of varnish. And that's it. That's the finished rusty wrap double. If you enjoyed the videos, please like, subscribe, share, and thanks for watching.